Hi, this is Cindy Cochran. Welcome to the archives of the Cindy Cochran Show. Remember, I'm live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11, right here on irlonestar.com. You can be a part of the show by calling 936-647-3776. Also, please visit my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. And let me say a special thanks to our show sponsors, BK Meyer Photography. If you would like to be a sponsor of The Cindy Cochran Show, contact me at cindy@irlonestar.com. Enjoy! Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. Oh, my word, it's only one day away from Friday, and you know what that is. It's just the beginning of the weekend here, and we have the ugliest looking weather. I mean, it's just ugly because I can't see the blue sky and all that, and it's going to get colder later on, but it's nice. You can walk out, you don't have to have a huge coat on or anything right now, but it is supposed to get colder later on. And I didn't send the grandchildren to school with proper clothing, and so I found out that the weather's going to drop. So they're going to be standing out waiting for the car rider, and I'm usually late and going, "Oh, Grandma, it's so cold outside." Hey, listen, if you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, by the way, I just want to let everybody know once more time. If you send your child to school, and they come, you pick them up, and they're going, "Give us some water, you have any water, you have any water," and they never do that. And the reason they're saying that is because the water was shut off at the school, and they couldn't drink the water fountain. They could go to the bathroom, but they couldn't drink from the water fountain. Isn't that you're supposed to call people and tell them? I mean, isn't that like bad not to be able to give children water all day? And I don't know. It just bothered me a lot, and I'm going to have to go probably inside and ask somebody what the deal is. Why wouldn't you call us, or why not bring water in for the children to have? And so I sent them with a bunch of loaded water. I mean, a lot of water, hoping that I hope it's all taken care of. And as we're riding, you drop them off, they open the door, and the kids jump out, and they keep going, and the teachers don't want to have any conversation with you. And then as you're going down the line with the window down, is the water back on? Is water? We think it is. Yeah, I haven't checked yet. I haven't gone to the bathroom. So I don't know. I'm going to go by there and find out what the deal is and what the, law is. I would think that you'd have to at least be warned if you don't want your children going to school where there's no water. It'd be like, okay to go pick them up or just bring water to them or something. But anyway, that just bothered me. I just had to throw that in. Sorry. It was that or talk about Hillary. I don't know. Which one do y'all want me to do? But anyway, this is the Cindy Cochran Show. We talk about everything. I mean, we go from A to Z. And, of course, it's, open line. People can call in and talk about whatever they want to talk about. And because I am a Republican conservative on the right ilk, I always tell people, listen, if you don't agree with me, please call and tell me why you don't agree with me. It's fun. I mean, it's fun for me. I think politics is serious to make sure you get the right people into the right place. I do think that's very important. And you need to be educated about it. And that's why Our Lone Star is having all these candidates come in every morning to listen to them. You can call in, ask them questions and all that, because they're going to be making decisions that you want to know about and get the right person in there. And then nationally, I'm like a news junkie, and I love listening to everything. And up into watching C-SPAN and congressional hearings, I love that kind of stuff. And so we talk about that. We talk about everything, though. We talk about the movies and what's going on in the movies, and we'll critique them. It's our opinion. This is why it's most opinionated talk shows, because my opinion is my reality. So whatever I think it is, this is what I will tell you, and it's my opinion. But if you have a different opinion, we love to hear about it. Love to hear about it. So you can call in at any time, 936-647-3776 on the Cindy Cochran Show. But today we got a special. This is really special because we're talking to the Texas Animal Society organization. And these guys, and we've been talking about this all week, I've been saying y'all are coming in, and it's that they foster, puppies and dogs, and they rescue these dogs and animals, and they actually will foster these dogs and puppies and all, and whatever animal. And cats as well. Well, see, I hatch-shooted, even the name, I hatch-shooted cats. See, I'm allergic to dogs, but it's like the long hair. And so when he handed me, there was a poodle in here right before, and he said, "Could you hold this?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm allergic to dogs." And he goes, "Not poodles. You're not allergic to poodles because they don't shed and they don't have the dander like other long-haired dogs do, and so they're hypoallergenic." Yes. So that's what I said. Okay, well, let me hold it for a while and just see if I can tell you in about 2 minutes. I'll start sneezing. But they have brought in the cutest little puppy I've ever seen. It's just, I want to go over there and hold that baby. And we have as our guest to represent advocates for these animals is Lou Robinson. Lou, I love your last name. That's my last name.
Thank you. So
Robinson.
glad to be here.
Yes, thank you for coming. And she is the big dog at Texas Animal Society.
Well, not quite the big dog.
Oh,
I'm just one of many of the There's really no big dogs.
Well, you know what? In the studio today, you're the big dog. You're the representative.
We're all little running dogs.
Yes,
and our big dogs are the volunteers and the coordinators and the people that support us.
And that support you, of course. No, you're right. And with us is Lesa West. And Lesa West is a good friend of the show and irlonestar.com. And we're so excited that she's here. And she is actually a foster parent. Do you call them parents or just call them fosters?
Well, you can call them foster parents.
Foster parent, because you do treat them like their little baby, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Now, see, my first question would be, how do you let go of these puppies that come into your life and you see them grow up a little bit before someone, does adopt them? And how do you let go?
That's the question I get from everybody. And my answer is always, well, if I can find a home for that one, that leaves one more space in my home for me to save the next one.
That's so precious. I love their people. God loves people like you. They just, he put his animals on here to be taken care of and not, to be in commercials where they've been, terribly abused. Those commercials just kill me.
Now, what she's not telling you
Yes.
is there are numerous times that I have to talk her off the cliff.
That would make more sense. Yes.
That's a good answer. She gave a great answer.
Yeah.
It sounded wonderful.
It did.
But she didn't give you the
yeah.
back answer of, no, I can't leave it. It's not leaving the house.
I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
But what I get from her is, that's the reason we do this. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. that's the code. That's the word. That's the phrase that you have to say. It's now time to let go.
Yes.
This one's going to be hard, I think. Now, I don't see it going with the other dogs I saw on the couch in your house. How many dogs do you have now?
Right now, my little foster, the little puppy, he found his forever home last week. So I'm down to just my 3. So, and this is actually Lou's foster that I just got into my arms just now.
Oh,
so.
You're fostering this puppy, not her.
Yeah, but
Okay.
probably not for long because Lesa got Bo adopted, so she looks like she's cabbaging onto this one.
Well, this one, yeah, but it's perfectly marked. I mean, I love the marking of the ears and all. Well, we'll take a picture afterwards, and it'll be on our Facebook, and so that you can see how precious this baby is. It's a girl.
Yes.
It's a girl. Okay. What's easier to get adopted, a girl or a boy?
Either or.
It doesn't make a difference?
It just you never know. You never know what fits with the right home. You never know what kind of match that's going to come along. We try. We're very diligent in trying to match our adoptable cats and dogs to the right family. And one of the reasons for that is we know that they will be in a forever home.
Right.
And so you want that good match. You don't want to put a larger dog into an apartment if they're not very energetic and they're not going to be on a leash. So if we're honest with the people that's coming forward to say that they would like to open up their home, then normally you can make a really good match with matching the appropriate animal, the dog or the cat, with the person, and it goes a long way.
So do you physically go over to the house when someone says, I'd like to be a foster parent for dogs? That would be great for me because I don't want to keep one permanently. I'd like to make sure that they get a good home, and I'll rescue them for that amount of time. Do you go over and look through their cabinets, or
no?
What do you?
Well, it all depends.
This house looks like a dog's been okay.
It all depends. Fostering or rescuing animals, it's almost about emotions too. Not you have a set of guidelines, but that's what that is. It's a guideline. So if you get the right gut feeling about, and you've been doing it long enough that you have an experience. When Lesa came aboard, she was mentored by me, and normally new fosters that come aboard, we usually pair them with another foster, or they've been brought aboard because they have have a foster friend that's already doing it.
Okay.
So you get the feel and you kind of get the lay of the land. Yes, we have a lot of fosters, a lot of volunteers, or some that if you're not getting the right feel, that we definitely do home visits.
Well, do you do home visit?
And if we don't do a home visit, it could be that you have filled out a questionnaire, but we've definitely interviewed you and we've talked to you. We've gotten a feel. You've visiting with the dog. We do not adopt any dog or cats. No, without you actually visiting with the animal. That might be in your home. That might be that we're meeting you in a park. It could be at some of our adoption events. And when that happens, you kind of know. And then the person also knows too. They'll go, "Yeah, I think it's really good, but maybe not this one." And you want to go with that. You want to go with your first instinct always.
Well, if somebody comes to you and they go, "Look, I don't know what happened or how this happened, but some dog came on our property and had puppies, and I don't know what to do with them, so I want to know if y'all take them." Has that ever happened? And
oh yeah,
okay.
We Texas Animal Society. We we strive very much to promote the health and care of pets in the community, but we are a rescue, so we often take dogs in and cats in from the biggest place is our local community shelter. We support our local shelter, Montgomery County, here, animal shelter. Because it's true to our heart, and it's one of the biggest ones, and that's what's close to us. But we also pull dogs from Humble, Harris County.
Wow.
We take abandoned dogs off the street. And this all is based on the room that we have and the funds that we have to be able to do it.
You don't follow the dog catcher truck or anything like that.
No. An animal control officer.
I'm sorry, the dog catcher. You don't call it? Wait, they have a new name now?
Yes, it's not animal
politically correct.
I don't.
Come on, get with the program, Cindy.
I'm so unpolitically correct. Okay. So
but we do owner turn-ins. There, we often get calls. And there's a lot of controversy about having to rehome your dog. And really, most of the controversy is probably 80% as why do you really have to rehome your dog? But there are some that you have to be compassionate about. There are some reasons that your animal that's supposed to be in your house forever, day, and amen has to be rehomed. And you need to listen to people talk. You need to listen to people talk, and you need to find out if you can help them. A lot of times there's some senior deaths, and there's no place for the animals to go.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But for the most part, I would say probably 80, close to 90% of our animals that we are rescuing, the cats and dogs, are coming out of the local county shelters. Most of ours, I would say, come out from Montgomery County Animal Shelter, but we do pull from Harris County, Humble, and from other shelters around Greater Houston.
Now, I've got some legal and some technical questions to ask you after this break, because I just I feel like the last time that I went to a shelter and got a dog, I feel like I may see a surprise visit, or I don't know if they were stalking me or wanting to make sure. So I got some weird questions, and I'm sure you'll clear those up.
Were you giving off the wrong vibe?
I know. What could that have been? Okay, we're going to be right back. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, and we're going to have a good time talking about doggies and cats and all the animals. And it's not just dogs and cats I'm sure that you come in contact with. It's all different type of animals they may try and come bring to you. But we'll find that out and much, much more on the Cindy Cochran Show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Conroe now has another first. The Cindy Cochran Show. Mornings at 10 a.m. on irlonestar.com.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA Pet Snap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today. So remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org. That's JUNQUE for more information and store hours.
In a world where everyone with a smartphone is a photographer, unique images still stand out in local newspapers, magazines, and on the internet. Writer and photographer Brad Meyer has gained a reputation for innovation and quality, specializing in an editorial approach to portraits and event photography. For information, visit bkmeyer.com or call 281-221-4812.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. If you're just joining us, we've been talking to the Texas Animal Society. Well, not the whole society, but we have two people here representing that, and that's Lou Robinson, who is on the board there and as a spokesman here for us. And then we have Lesa West, who is a foster parent to dogs right now. Do you have any other animals that have been brought to you to foster, or is it just dogs?
That's all I've fostered.
Okay, just the dogs. And then some people do cats, and then other people do chipmunks, or what do you have?
We don't have chipmunks.
You don't have chipmunks?
We do only do dogs and cats.
Okay.
Now, we get occasional the phone calls and the kid, can you take my parrot or guinea pig? Or,
oh, no.
You know, so we normally send those kind of inquiries or wanting to surrender those to the, I think it's called the Friends of Animal Wildlife or something.
Okay, so there's another, because like people get those pigs when that was the rage. You get pigs and their baby, and then they grow up and it's not as fun as what it was before. And so they have to figure that out. And I imagine that's with a lot of people, you know, like Christmas is coming, I'm going to get a puppy for the kids. Now that's what happened to us, except we didn't go get the puppy. We've been telling them, I wish you could have him, but you know, apparently Santa Claus knows that you're allergic to dogs and he's not going to bring it by. And so the day after Christmas, they're playing outside and here comes this beautiful puppy. And it's a gangly puppy, and it looks like it's, you know, it'll probably grow up to be
and
big.
Let me guess, you started feeding it.
Oh, immediately, because it looked like it was so skinny, and we can't stand skinniness around our house. You know, you have to feed it. That's how you show love. you care. So, of course, they fed it, and we gave it some water.
Now you have a dog.
Well, but see, you know, it's funny. It's like it was two little boys across the street, about Samuel and Cindy's age, about 10, 11, and they all four carried the dog to the house next door to see if they'd want a dog. And they, down the street, they carried this dog to the different houses, knocking on the door to see if anybody wanted the dog. And so they were trying to do their, Texas Animal Society thing. And they came back holding it, and the dog with the tongue hanging out, say, no one wanted the dog. And I felt so bad for it. And I said, well, okay, give it some water. Make sure it has water. And you're right. And so that dog will stay there. But we have like 5 acres with no fence. And people that try and jog and walk up and down the street, and the dog's out there, and they don't know if this dog's going to attack them or what. And so we don't have a way to contain it, and it can't come in the house because of the allergies. And there it is, 30 degrees outside, and it's all bundled up with a lot of covers and stuff on a couch that was out there that's already torn that up. And so, we've been through a lot with it, but we still, there's no way, because I want to be able to bring it inside, but we're allergic, so we can't do it. And we worry about it and that kind of thing. But the neighbor across next door to us came over and said, your dog plays so well with, they have a young dog. It's not a puppy, but it's a young dog, and they have a blast together. They act like sisters. And they said, what are you going to do? And I told them about y'all coming on the show, and I wanted to talk to you and see what all I had to do if I wanted to bring him to you. And she said, well, would you call me before you give it away? Because my husband said, and it was his idea, I thought he'd go nuts if I even suggested this, but he said, what would you think about having 3 dogs? And so they have a real big, I don't even know what you call it, it's mastiff looking.
Oh, they want to give up 3 dogs?
No, they want to take on a 3rd dog. They have 2 right now. So so he asked her, what would you think about 3 dogs? Come another one. And she said, and I couldn't believe it. So please talk to us before you give it away, or you make a decision on that. And so we'd have to lay the line, the collar, the shock collar, and that kind of thing.
You got an invisible fencing.
Yeah, we'd have to do that if we kept the dog and all.
Well, the first step is to make sure your animal is spayed or neutered.
Yes.
So help controls the pet population.
Okay, so all right, if I wanted to bring the dog to you, let's say, because I was thinking about going ahead and doing that stuff anyway, but I didn't know what was required that who's ever bringing this dog to you do before you would take it in. Does the person need to have it wormed?
When you bring a dog, first of all, here's the big thing on our rescue or any other rescue. There are, let's go over some numbers, Cindy. There are 7.6 million animals, dogs and cats, domesticated in the United States that enter shelters every year. 7.6 million enter a shelter in the United States every year. And by some way, it doesn't matter. Owner turn-in, strays, litters that are happening. Somehow, 7.6 million dogs and cats make them ways into shelter. Out of that 7.6 million, and these are from the United States statistics, the 2.7 of those animals are euthanized. That is why rescues exist. Right. That is why we do what we do. That is why we beg for donation money from the public. That is why we recruit people like Lesa. That is why we work tirelessly. That is why we just esteem the fosters and the volunteers that go to support us. So when you try to get a dog into a rescue, the one thing is 90% of the time rescues are truly full. You're talking 7.6 million animals, and we probably last year alone, Texas Animal Society, we rescued, saved, vetted, rehomed, in some way helped dogs and cats at a tune of about, we are a few shy of 500 animals. Wow. And we're not a huge rescue.
No,
we're not huge.
But still, 500
and we're your local
animals.
rescue. And the only reason we can do that is if out of the generosity of people's donations, we're only as good as the donations we are, but we're only as good as where we can place the animal. Mm-hmm. So if we have no foster home to put a dog or cat in, we can't take the foster animal in. If we can convince you to be a foster, but then that comes with a criteria. You have to be able to see the animal through to the end. Mm-hmm. You can't say, I can foster for a couple of days, but because we have no facility, we're not your county. So you have to, we love people to come to us to foster because it helps other people get an adoptable spayed or neutered, vetted animal when we place it, but we have to have a place for it to live and to be loved during the time.
So you make sure that it's spayed and all that, the worming and the,
yes,
that, do
all
you get
of
vaccinations as
all
well?
Of that is done from Texas Animal Society. So when you adopt a dog from us or a cat, you are adopting a fully vetted animal.
That's great.
And it has already been neutered. That is our way of trying to help the overpopulation.
Now, is that something would that be a requirement of me bringing a dog by that's come onto our property and we bring it by to you? We don't own the dog, but would that be like a donation from our part if we got that done for you?
We certainly would not turn that down if you would say, I could foster and I would love to be able to place it because my family has allergies or we don't have a fence. And to help you out, we're going to go ahead and get it neutered. And we would go, Cindy, that's fantastic.
Well, guilt is a horrible thing to waste. I think that would be great.
And
Let
we
us
would
do
say
that.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
But so last year, we probably, our numbers are coming in from last year, just like anybody else. Everybody's finishing up their financials. We spent over $225,000 on the health and welfare and maintaining abandoned animals, dogs and cats, both of them. So $17,000 of that we spent directly at our county facility. That was our contribution back to our local Montgomery County Animal Shelter on 242. So when you have things like that, you know, we can only do what we're out there pounding the pavement for. We only can do what we're supported for, and we have to drive people's awareness and education. We have other board members that do educational programs in elementary schools and junior highs that go and speak about spay and neuter, about the heartworm preventive. It's huge in Texas. Tons and tons of animals getting heartworm disease because it's a simple way to fix that is to make sure you have a monthly heartworm preventive. And
now, do I have to get that from the vet, or can I go to Walmart's animal aisle and get that?
There's numerous kinds. I mean that's a whole nother show.
Okay, sorry.
That's a whole nother show for talking medicine. But you can it all certain heartworm medicines. If your dog is already heartworm positive, they can't take. And of course, your vet would need to notify you that. But once you have a heartworm test, you have lots of options. There's tons and tons of options from the very, very affordable to I live in a $1 million mansion and I want to give my dog Prada. So, there's all kinds of options, but it's out there. And if you can't, one of the programs that we would like to see happening at county facilities or even ours is start a pet retention. We want to be able to help you to keep your animal. We don't want you to go to the shelter and give it up because you are suffering from lack of funds every now and then, or you just need that extra can of dog food. We know your dog is loved in your home, and we know your cat is happy sitting in the window. So let's try to let you keep it if we can help.
And you tell people, please don't give them scraps from the table. Just give them either the dry dog food or the canned dog food. Is that what you tell them?
Yeah, it depends. So there's a lot of breeds. I mean, human food is never good for any domesticated pet.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? I mean, we can't sit on a high mountain and say, deem to you what you want to feed your dog.
But so
medically though, I can tell you medical fact is an overabundance of feeding a domesticated animal, dog or cat, human food can and will harm their pancreas.
But some people, I'm not saying, I'm just, close friend of mine that feel like that.
Cindy, quit feeding your dog off the table.
If you love it so much, I need to share this with you.
Well,
you
of course, everybody
this.
does that.
And
you want a piece of my hot dog?
This is great. And it does make them, difficult to go back to the dry dog food once they've tasted, Nirvana. It's just, it's just difficult for them to go back, right?
I'm in the kitchen making a sandwich. There's a piece of Swiss cheese for me, piece of Swiss cheese for my 4.
There you go. See, that's, I'm telling you. Mine's more like spaghetti. And when
not spaghetti.
Okay, well, she loved the spaghetti I made, and I thought, this dog belongs in this house because she liked my spaghetti. Nobody else does. No, but
the kids wouldn't eat it, but the dog did.
That's great.
That's right. Yeah, we tested first on the dog. No, we don't. Okay, I did know about chicken bones. I didn't know that you never feed it because it does splinter, but I was standing there taking the meat off of the bones to give to the dog, and I'm going like, Cindy, you're standing here spending a lot of time doing this. Are you keeping the dog or what? And I'm like, no, but I just can't stand to see it or feel like it goes hungry because it eats everything, and and the sheets and the cushions outside. So it has certainly changed the complexion of our outside of our house because we're having to replace all the cushions, and we're not always mad about it because it's just a puppy and we know that. And but
we
it's just,
feel your pain. Lesa
wow.
can feel your pain.
Yes.
I know. You've got to go online. I've got to post that picture of you with the dogs on the couch because that's amazing. That those are huge dogs to me, and there they all are on the couch, and it's like their couch. And
well, I was on the couch. And they ran me off the couch.
And that's why you took to the picture.
Well, see, that's what. And when people look, and I heard Lesa say, she said, "Well, she got Bo adopted, which was her foster now." And then Cindy said, "Well," she goes, "Well, I'm just down to my 3."
Yeah.
Well, like me, I'm just down to my 4 right now. And there's some people. It's like, you have 3.
I'm telling you, she's so good about adopting people out and a dog's out. But I know that Jared probably looks and goes like, we're still good, right? Okay, all right. So anyway, we're going to be right back. We've got a break to go to. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, and we're talking to Lou Robinson and Lesa West from the Texas Animal Society. And if you've got questions, please call in. The number 936-647-3776. We'll be right back.
The Cindy Cochran Show, real reality radio.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids are removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
Hey, this is Cindy Cochran, and now Conroe can boast of another first. The first morning live talk show, 10 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio, coming straight out of the fabulous downtown Conroe, Texas. Be the coolest guy at the water cooler, or the most informed break room dweller by listening to the fun side of the news, local, national, infinity, and beyond. The Cindy Cochran Show, you ain't heard nothing yet.
In a world where everyone with a smartphone is a photographer, unique images still stand out in local newspapers, magazines, and on the internet. Writer and photographer Brad Meyer has gained a reputation for innovation and quality, specializing in an editorial approach to portraits and event photography. For information, visit bkmeyer.com or call 281-221-4812.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Conroe now has another first. The Cindy Cochran Show. Mornings at 10 a.m. on irlonestar.com.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. It's Thursday. It's so close to the weekend, and so I hope you have things planned that you want to do inside, because they keep telling us, the weather people were telling us that this cold front's coming in. There's going to be rain, and then the cold comes after that. And so it may be time to be inside. And if you're looking for companionship, if you're looking for someone that'll love you no matter what, and every time they see you, it's like the first time they've seen you, no, it's not a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It is a dog or a puppy or a cat. But cats have a little different attitude. I've never been able to understand the cat attitude when you come inside a room and how they, I mean, I don't want to come inside a room with a cat because I'm so allergic to them, but to watch them on TV or watch all the videos we watch of cats and stuff, that their attitude is just, seems to be different than a dog. A dog is just like, you know, and they're so happy to see you and they're just, you know, jump all over you. And the cat's like, cool, like, oh, you're home again? Oh, okay.
Well, Lisa, how does your cat react when you have a cat?
Yeah, so. She's more like, oh, you're here? Feed me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, now, okay, here's a question I have. Why is it okay for if you have a cat that the cat roams all over the place and the dog has to be in a fence?
Actually, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, that's changed?
Actually, it's not. Your cat is technically you are not supposed to have your dog or your cat. I think I'm not in it, but I don't know. You can't. You would have to look it up because you can't quote me. I don't know if that's just in the city limits or if it's in the entire county. One of my AC officers would know that, friends.
Okay.
But you're really not. Your cat is not supposed to be loose at large.
Getting into your trash and walking over your
But, I mean, have you ever tried to walk a cat on a leash?
Well, I mean that's the point. But so it's because they refuse and they're not going to do it, then it's okay. They just let them go. And people's cats go wherever they want to. But if that dog that I wandered on my property, if that dog gets into their yard or something like that, they go crazy. So I just wondered what the deal was. Why is it okay for the cats and not okay for the dogs?
It's really not. I mean, most really good, loving cat people, it takes a certain kind of cat to be the outside type cat.
Yeah.
Most cats are not really outside type cats.
Okay,
and they get scared. And when they get scared, guess who gets them?
But if an animal control observer is coming down the street and they see cats run, just running around, will they?
Oh yeah, they're. I mean, only because we work so closely with Montgomery County, because I can't speak for them, but only because we work so closely with them, we know that the same amount that puppy or dog that comes in on an animal control officer's truck, the cats will come into. They will. They pick them up. And
well, the term herding cats and how difficult that is. I just wondered, if they see a cat, they go like, yeah, I don't even want to deal with it.
But we do. There's a lot of feral cat colonies, in the edge of the woods and things like that. And we help groups and communities make sure that those feral cats have flea medication on them, and because they're that.
What's a feral
cat? The cat that's not loving in somebody's home and sits on somebody's lap and pets. It's the one that's in the woods that's hiding.
It's a little wild?
Yeah, it's a little wild. So,
okay.
But they need to eat too, and they don't need to eat Sonic French fries. So, we
Can I donate some spaghetti?
Don't eat spaghetti.
Okay.
And don't eat Sonic French fries. So, we try to make sure those are healthy too.
Well, do you give people like a list, like don't feed them this, or, because you can't just assume people don't give
Cindy,
them.
go on the web. Go on the web.
Okay, so it's on there. It's already on there. I need to go on the web. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to go on the web yesterday, but that is a place. But see, I'm not thinking about keeping this dog, so it's not in my brain.
You keep telling me you're not thinking, but you're feeding it.
Yes.
You're giving it cover.
I'm doing.
You're giving it structure.
She's
even though it's not. You're thinking about an electronic fence. Somehow, some way, I'm not sensing that.
So if I came to you with this dog, you go like, Cindy, you're going to be back here in 2 or 3 days wanting the dog back. I just think you need to keep the dog.
No, we would say, Cindy, will you foster it for us?
Yeah, see, there you go,
and
Lisa.
Then you
Lisa's
would be
got
in
it.
love. We'd be like, okay, you need to take it to a foster event, and then you would say, yeah, I don't think I want to do that, because somebody would come and go, oh yeah, I like him, and you'd be like, no.
And then you'd start crying because
she's really not ready for those kind of activities.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly. And we do have we partner. Texas Animal Society partners with the Petco and PetSmart charities, both of them. Mm-hmm. Almost every weekend we have adoption events that are Texas Animal Society, and our adoptable dogs and cats are there for people to come in and to visit with and to adopt if they're looking for a family.
Right.
We love for people to come down to those events. One, we're placing a dog or cat in a forever home, and then two, we're trying to get a partnership with their charity, so the charity gives back to the community, the Petco or the PetSmarts. So that's a big thing that we do. We do special events and fundraisers. So if Businesses, local businesses, they want to do donation drives or fun.
Okay.
You can go to info at texasanimalsociety.com. Send us a message. We'll set you up with something.
And that does bring people to the business. I mean, like just for advertising sake or promotion's sake, when you have anybody, the cages out there and you have the people and all that people are drawn to that.
Well, here's what, just like you, I mean, I hear you talking and I know you're allergic and stuff, but the humanity in you wants you to help do something. Yeah. So there's a lot of people that maybe that could not foster. They're not like Lesa. They're not fostering, or their life's too busy, but they want to do something.
Right.
Just do something in rescue to help the $7.6 million that's going to wind up being in a shelter. It might be that you have a business, then you hold an adoption event yourself. You may not be able to have that animal in your home,
right.
But there are so many more ways that you can donate a small amount, big amount, any amount. You can clean when you do your spring cleaning and bring out your old towels and your sheets and blankets.
Oh no, that's a good idea. See, that's good.
It helps. All of that helps.
Where would they bring that to?
Oh, you could. For us, you could just shoot us a message again at info@texasanimalsociety.com. You can go visit our website www.texasanimalsociety.org, or you can find us on Facebook. But any of those small things like that, it allows you to help instead of standing on the corner and going, I just wish I could.
Right.
You don't have to have the dog or cat in your house. We need volunteers, just bodies or just coordinators. You can't do it. You live in an apartment or your schedule, but you're off. You'd like to do one Saturday. We'll teach you how to coordinate. You can stand at the table. You can wave our information flyers. You can accost people and tell them to stick money in the jar. I don't think that's right. I don't think you can do that anymore in front of stores.
Not anymore.
You can't chase them down the road and go, what? Give the $5.
Yeah.
No,
look at this poor dog. But if I'm telling you, the commercials are very effective that they have on TV about Save These Dogs, and these dogs are the most pitiful dogs I've ever seen. It was so pitiful of where they went and captured these images when they were, confiscating the dogs away from the owner because they were being so mistreated. And then the music they put with it, that's all you need.
I do that all the time. I mean, besides being on the board, which is, a great passion of mine, I am a photographer of Luar images, and so Texas Animal Society often gets a lot of they get a perk because they have a photographer. So we're trying out there too. When we have
beautiful.
We've done before
photos.
and afters. We've done to make people aware. We've done before and after photos. There are some dogs that it's not just adoptables. We have spent $171,000 on vet care last year alone. We take in dogs that have had severe sarcoptic or Demodex mange, broken legs, cats that need eye repair surgery. There's just so much help. And when you see those really sad commercials on your big screen,
right,
and or when you're YouTubing and you see that sad commercial because everybody needs some money donated, before you do that, stop and go, I wonder if there's somewhere local I could help. And then call Texas Animal Society.
Yeah, let that evoke the emotion in you because they're so compelling, and then to call you guys because you'll get to see how cool it is what you're doing and how you're helping. And even if you're allergic, you can just stick your head in and go like, this is so great. But you can see the looks of these dogs' faces that Lou has taken, these pictures, beautiful pictures that she's taken. She has a calendar here, and I'm trying to steal one from her. And if she lets me have one, then we're going to give one away to you guys. I know we got a lot of animal lovers out there. You can come by the station and pick up one of these calendars and every day remind you, I need to be helping and volunteering and helping the Texas Animal Society here in Montgomery County. So you guys... I thank you so much for all the work and all the effort and all that you've done. And Lesa, thank you for bringing Lou to us.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, anytime you guys have anything that's going on, you have something you want to promote, you can come right here, okay? Because promotion, I'm not allergic to, okay? So it'll be absolutely fabulous. I will keep everybody updated on what happens to Raylan. We've already named her too. Okay, Raylan.
You've named the dog that you were
Yes.
wanting to because you're allergic to.
We named the dog after their great grandma.
I'm sensing.
You can't give up a dog named after great grandma.
It's great grandma and great grandpa Ray and Helen, so they named it Raylan. I don't know. This is going to be difficult, but I'll keep you guys updated.
Spay and neuter, spay and neuter, spay and neuter.
Okay, that's the chant, that's the mantra
Yes.
of the Texas Animal Society. Thank you guys so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
You're
Hey,
wonderful.
and since the weather's going to be bad this weekend,
Yeah.
you can come see Jared Stared at the Cactus.
I'm going to the Cactus.
I love that.
I wanna go.
love that. Okay, yeah, Lisa West.
She
and
slid
Jared
that in
Starrett
there.
are certainly. She's always promoting. Okay, you guys, we'll be right back on the Cindy Cochran the Cindy Cochran Show. Yes, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
In a world where everyone with a smartphone is a photographer, unique images still stand out in local newspapers, magazines, and on the internet. Writer and photographer Brad Meyer has gained a reputation for innovation and quality, specializing in an editorial approach to portraits and event photography. For information, visit bkmeyer.com or call 281-221-4812.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to invite you to join me every Saturday morning right here on Lone Star Internet Radio from 8 to 9 for Outdoors with Luke Clayton and Friends. Bill Dance is a frequent guest. Larry Weisser, Mr. Whitetail, is on the show every week. We talk a lot of hunting and fishing and generally have a good time. So remember, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
The Conroe YMCA's benchmark adaptive programming for kids and adults is Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is an equine-assisted therapy program serving children and adults with adaptive needs. The riders in our Leap of Faith program are working to address and manage specific aspects of their lives impacted by illness, injury, or disability. The Leap of Faith program has experience working with riders who are living with attention deficit or other hyperactivity disorders, hearing impairments, visual impairments, developmental delays or disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, head traumas, brain injuries, and paralysis. Our program uses horseback riding to develop self-confidence and self-esteem, to increase upper and lower body strength, assist in respiratory issues, and establish a trusting relationship between the rider and their horse. Not only do these activities aid in the physical and mental development of the rider, but they also foster self-reliance and independence. For more information regarding our program, to become a rider, or to volunteer with a great group of people, please call our Welcome Center at 936-441-9622 or visit our website at www.ymcahouston.org/Conroe.
The Cindy Cochran Show. Even if these walls could talk, they couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Boy, I want to thank for sure Lou Robinson and Lisa West from the Texas Animal Society coming on to the Cindy Cochran Show and being a part of this and helping bring the awareness that you guys can foster animals, dogs and cats only, okay, and maybe if Jared Starrett isn't acting right, she may foster him out to somebody else. And so we just, you have to watch. Lisa, I want to remind everybody that Jared Starrett, who's on here yesterday with us, amazing country artist that's very popular in this area. He is he's going to be playing at the Cactus in Willis, Texas, a very popular site, so that you guys can come see him live and watch him perform and he just brings out his crazy self when he gets on stage. I don't know what happens, but he breaks out, and he's better than Garth Brooks on stage. He's amazing. So if you guys want to see Jared Starrett, be sure and come to the Cactus in Willis. That's tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night, right, Lesa? What time? Tomorrow and Saturday. Okay. So you guys, he's going to be there. He'll be there all 2 weekdays. So I'll be sure and see him. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to be talking what's happening in entertainment in and around Conroe. And I don't know, Richard, do you have some things you're going to be doing
for
the weekend? Are you with?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go to Austin to see my friend who was in an accident. So thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but like you want people praying for somebody that's been in an accident. So our listeners are so good at that. So if we request that for people that like to do that kind of thing, then we'll do that. What's his name?
Don't worry about it. That's private information.
Oh, it's private information.
I'm not giving that out.
Oh, well, God knows. That's okay. Fine. What I thought he is sometimes, but it's okay. Well, we hope that goes well with you. I want to go see some movies. I just don't think I'm going to have a chance to go see them. I've got to work Saturday for Silver Rock Productions when Michael called in. But the Women's Shelter of Montgomery County is doing a fundraiser, and so I'm going to go help do the video for that. And that'll be good. So I'll let you know more about that when that's going to happen. And it's a great cause to support. These are battered women that are able to be taken care of at the Women's Shelter of Montgomery County. And so we'll learn more about that. Also on today's Thursday, and that's today. Thursday is now Friday in the movies. So a lot of new movies are starting. And if you guys want to go without being with the teenagers, this is the day. This is the day to go. Also, next week, we've got Jennifer Meredith. Her name, Meredith, I want to call her that name first, but it's Jennifer Meredith. I've known Jennifer when she was just like a little teenager. I've known her for a long time. I didn't realize that she had grown up. She's been to college, and now she's a clinical social worker. And we like to call them psychologists. You're not supposed to, but that's what she does. She works with people and helps them with mental health issues. And what a great person right now when all the big, the big debate now about how to help people with mental health, and make sure they don't get guns in their hands and that kind of thing. And everybody's trying to make laws to do something to help stifle people that shouldn't be not use guns. So she's going to come on next week, and I'm really excited about that. And we've got two political candidates that are going to be coming on and talk to me. And you know how I love that. I love to talk to the politicians. It's so much fun. And these politicians that are coming on, one's Jay Mack, and I know you probably have heard him already on Richard's show, but he's coming on, and I told his handler that, listen, here's what I want him to answer. I want him to come in here, sit down, and I want him to tell me, what is the first thing, the first day, what do you have power? What have we empowered you to be able to do if we vote for you? I want to know specifically what you're going to do that's going to change the lives of the people here in Montgomery County. Now, if you can do that, if you can come in and tell me something like that, then that's great. But if you're going to come in and tell me, well, there's processes and there's ways and procedures that you have to do this, and we have to talk to so-and-so. Well, I want to know what you are going to be empowered to do. That's what I want. And so I've told them to go back and tell them. Now, if they still come on the show, that's great. Then there's hope. But if they refuse to come on the show, then we may just go like, all right, that's okay. And if you guys have not heard the January 7th Liar Liar Pantsuits on Fire, be sure and go to SoundCloud and look for that title. It's January 7th is the date that it's on. And so if you want to listen to that, and it was like one of the best rants I have done on why or how Hillary Clinton is asking us to vote for her, and what reasoning is she in, and who's actually giving her advice? Is it Bill? Who's giving her advice? And that's my question to her, and hopefully she hears this and that she will answer me. I don't know if she'll come on the show or not, but it would be great if she could come on the show. If anybody knows her personally, be sure and call her and tell her the Cindy Cochran Show is looking for you, Hillary, and it would benefit you to come on and answer the questions and the suggestions that Cindy has made. Okay, listen, guys, it is Thursday. Go out and have a great day. Make somebody happy. You will be happier. I guarantee it. And tomorrow is Friday. We'll be here at 10 a.m. Do not miss it. And go to the Facebook page and look at the pictures that we have of all our guests and what's going on. And you guys, I just hope you have a wonderful, beautiful Thursday. Just remember that God loves you. God's got this. And make somebody happy. Really, make somebody happy. It'll be wonderful. See ya.
Thank you for checking out a podcast on Lone Star Internet Radio. Lone Star Internet Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas. If you are interested in sponsoring a program for Lone Star Internet Radio, just visit us online at irlonestar.com or message us on Facebook. We are always taking song requests on Twitter, and if you are interested in getting involved with the station, by either hosting your own show or if you want to be a DJ, just contact Dick at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Internet Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station.